All right, well, let's check in with Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. Yesterday, I talked about what the critics think of it, and they don't think highly of it. Sitting at 54% right now and dropping, and I expect it to drop even lower than that. It's funny, I wonder if Godzilla and Kong were in a relationship, considering, they're both dudes, would this movie have a higher score? Probably. But it doesn't really matter. Audiences seem to dig it. In fact, this movie is surprising everybody at the box office right now because they didn't expect it to do as well as it's doing. In fact, I'm hearing that it's sold out. If you were to go somewhere and just try to get a random ticket at a certain time, if you're not buying them ahead of time online and you're just trying to walk up, you might be in for a little bit of a shock because this movie is getting a lot of walk-up business, more so than other movies this year, and it's probably going to be bigger than any of us thought. Isn't that just a wild concept that people like the idea of just two giant monsters smashing into each other and breaking shit? No woke nonsense, just a good old-fashioned good time. And people are rewarding that. Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire roars to $10 million previews, breaking records for the legendary MonsterVerse Friday AM box office. So yesterday, it did really good. Yesterday was Thursday previews, and the movie performed way better than anybody expected. And I think it's funny because critics, once again, hate a movie, and audiences love it, highlighting just how out of touch they are. And, I do wonder if this had woke elements in it, would they give it a higher score? Sometimes I do think that they play games like that, but they didn't with Frozen Empire. I think one of the reasons that Frozen Empire got such a bad score with critics, and I'm looking around at some articles, and there are articles that prove this. Like, they got mad because the movie had gay coding. Now, what that means is they hinted at that relationship between that ghost girl and Phoebe, but they didn't follow through with it. So that kind of backfired in their faces because they didn't go all in with it. If they had gone all in with it, I guarantee you the score for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire would be a lot higher with critics. But they just teased the idea. None of that in Godzilla vs. Kong, from what I hear. You're pretty safe if you want to see this movie. Just keep in mind, if you didn't like Godzilla v Kong, you're probably not going to have a good time for this one because it's just more of the same. So Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire will stomp on industry's projections this weekend at U.S. box office after grossing a gigantic 10 million Thursday night previews. Biggest ever for MonsterVerse, beating 2014 Godzilla's 19.3 million. And God X Kong had the same Thursday as Dune Part 2, which had 12 million previews, being 2 million Sunday and 10 million Thursday. So they're combining those. Other comps are Shang-Chi 8.8, John Wick Chapter 4 8.9, Eternals 9.5. Five Nights at Freddy's 10.3, with a major holiday boost and better WOM than expected. An opening over 70 million plus seems locked in, and an impressive 70 through 85 million 3-day opening could be in the cards. And that's, I don't even think, global numbers. This could be a huge hit. You know why they didn't expect this is because they thought it was just going to be a monster movie. No one was going to care, and they completely forgot about the fact that, like I said yesterday in yesterday's video, they seem to have forgotten that the first one, Godzilla v. Kong, came out in the Coof era, and it was also a day-and-date streaming movie. So the day it came out in the theaters, you could watch it at home, and people still went to watch this bad boy in the theaters. They still went and watched it. This is why when people bring up that point that, oh, well, this movie came out day and date streaming during COVID. So no one wanted to go. It's like, well, what about Godzilla versus Kong? It seems like people were willing to go to the theaters if it was something they actually wanted to see and not some crazy bullshit. This is also a shocker because franchises seem to be getting hit lately with fatigue. That's been another excuse. Franchise fatigue. We saw it with Ghostbusters. No one showed up for that. And, I mean, to be honest, that should have been a movie that fans were really looking forward to. It had just about everything you could want as a Ghostbusters fan, but people didn't really turn out for it. It's probably going to be a financial failure, and given Hollywood budgets, they didn't really even spend that much money on it. So, once again, Godzilla shocks everybody. Godzilla -1 shocked everybody, and now Godzilla X Kong is going to shock everybody. Happy to see it. Also happy to see the critics get egg on their face once again. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.